Now we would like to introduce another new member to the Fantasy Republic team. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together and give a warm Fantasy Republic welcome to the King. Finally, the King is here. I am the King of Fantasy Sports. I am here to give you the real deal, the only deal, the way the King sees it deal, and there is no other way. You want it your way? Too bad. Now, Thunder has invited me here to tell you all the way it is, to give me some useful fantasy advice. He says he has a singing producer. He says he has a guy with a stick up his ass called Dick. He says he's got another guy named Thunder who's a pussy. Oh wait, that's him. And that's why the King is here to lay the smack down. Woo! Now, the King is here to explain some new rules. See, the King has interjected some of his own wisdom into this little fantasy league. Okay? The King is here to teach you all a lesson. See, now, let me break it down to you. Just in case, looking forward, I know it's week 2. I know most of you have already given up. The difference here is that the King looks to the future. The King knows he's in the playoffs. The King knows he's winning the championship. But not in this league. No. I don't fuck around with little third-grader leagues. No. Woo! I mess around with professional leagues. Leagues for kings. You know what? They don't exist. Anyway, that's not here nor there. The point is the King is here to explain some of the new playoff rules that we have in this league. The King says this: 3 teams from each division will advance to the playoffs. The winner of each division will get a first-round bye. The other 2 from each side will have to slug it out in the first round in order to face the divisional winners. And then those winners will advance to the finals. It doesn't matter how that works. That is monkey science. The difference here is that there's a new rule. The tiebreakers to make the playoffs are normal. It's your record. You've got a better record, you're going into the playoffs. You've got a worse record, you're staying home. The King always has a better record, but you're lucky the King isn't playing in your league. Woo! Now the difference here is that once you're in the playoffs, no longer does your record matter. Other than you winning the division and you getting the bye, that doesn't mean you've got a tiebreaker over the opponent. No. Normally, we used to have it where the record mattered who had the tiebreaker, but no more. Just like in real life, whatever team is hot is the hotness. When they get to the playoffs, is the team that has the advantage. It doesn't matter if you had a better record if your team is a pussy-whooped bitch. It matters if you've had a more powerful team. Maybe you had bad matchups. Maybe you David versus Goliath all the way to the playoffs. Maybe your opponent picked on blind midgets to get there. The point is that once you're in the playoffs, the tiebreaker is going to be based on your Roto score. Woo! I said it. Roto score. You know what Roto is, kids? Let me break it down to you. In Roto, you take each statistical category. We've got 12. RBIs, runs. It doesn't matter which category you pick. You take them all. And you take your grand total in these categories. And depending how well you did in each of these categories, you're assigned a point total. So let's show an example. Now, you take all the teams, I don't care what division you're in. Whatever team has the most RBIs, they're going to get 10 points. Because there's 10 teams in the league, there's 10 points to be given, you get 10 points. The guy who's got the least RBIs, he's got 1. Everyone else in between gets ranked. 1 to 10, 1 to 10, 10 to 1 points. Second most gets 9, third most gets 8. You know how to do math. You do this for all the stats. Obviously, ERA and WHIP need to be low, you Rudy Poo idiot. Now, you take your grand total, you add it all up, shine it up real nice, and that is your Roto total. Whoever has the highest roto total will have the highest tiebreaker in the playoffs. So yes, now we will be updating all of you Rudy Poo candy asses on your roto standings as the year goes on. That is coming soon. So just know that your overall performance is going to matter in the playoffs. It doesn't matter. Once you make the playoffs, it's a new ball game. Woo! And that's all the Kings got to say about that. Now, if any of you are still hazy, feel free to reach out to Thunder Dan or to Oscar or to Ricardo. I don't give a fuck who you reach out to. Just don't call the King. The King will not return your calls. The King could give a rat's ass a flying monkey shit out of my penis hole if you're confused about Roto. So you fucking call them and leave the King alone. Whoa! The King has his bitches to please, his jets to fly, his limos to ride. Now, you're welcome. And that's all for this week, Thunder. I'm sorry. That's all the King's got for you. Well, thank you very much. And, ladies and gentlemen, the King, if you smell with the King, it's cooking. Woo! And, okay. That was special. Okay. So, thank you to Dick Cumsloper. Thank you to the King and to T2 for that wonderful thing. So, that's it for this week. We're out of time. But come back next week where we'll have more useless analysis for you. And all the news and action from around the league. And, yes, some new and improved version of the show. It's coming. It's coming. We're getting better. I swear. Don't turn it off. We need the ratings. I need you. I need everyone. So that's it for this week. This is Thunder for the Fantasy Republic Fantasy Report. Signing off until next week. See you on the next episode. Hey. Check your lineup every day. Scott Pusanick, what the fuck? Don't you want it? Don't you want it?